Looking back to my high school days, I see a completely different person than the man I am today. I see someone living an aimless lifestyle. I see someone following everyone else, going to school, graduating, entering university, graduating from university, and eventually getting a 9-to-5 job. That was the lifestyle I was heading towards back in the day. Not only that, but I also lived a very mediocre lifestyle. I wouldn't work towards anything unless it was, school and football. And besides that, I had nothing else going for in my life. And frankly, I'm very grateful for those times, because without those times, I wouldn't have developed into the man I am today. Now that I've gotten that out the way, I want to talk about my major regrets, or what I should have done when I was in high school back in the day. Because if I would have done these activities back when I was younger, back when I was in high school, bro, I would have developed into a full-on beast in high school. And I would probably be a greater version than the man I am today. So if you're in high school or even in college watching this, listen with an open mind, take some notes, because this will change your life right here, right now. So here are the top 5 things I regret I didn't start earlier when I was in high school. The first and most important thing on my list is hitting the gym. I wish I would have started this earlier in my high school days, because the gym was the catalyst of me hopping onto my self-improvement journey. So without the gym, I wouldn't be invested in all these habits that I do on a daily basis today. Not only that, but if I would have started hitting the gym when I was in high school, I would be more ripped and be bigger than the guy I am today. So that would just be insane. I would have developed healthier eating habits back in the day when I was in high school, meaning that I would have had less days waking up with pimples on my face. I would have been an all-rounded athlete, and I would have had the body of my dreams. Not only that, but if I would have started working out earlier back when I was in high school, I would have gotten way more respect from men and way more attraction from women. When you look at me when I was in high school, I was a pushover, and no girls are just attracted to some random skinny dude. I wouldn't get the respect I thought I deserved from other guys, and though some girls were attracted to me, it didn't last long. When you're in the gym and you take the time and effort to actually start working on your body, guys will start to respect you 100% guaranteed. When you walk into the room, they look at your eyes, and then they're like, oh shit. They see the determination and the hard work and the discipline in you, that they're like, subconsciously they're like, oh, I should respect this guy. I better be on his good side type thing. It sometimes gets to a point where other men will literally be intimidated of you because of your presence. And now that we talked about guys, let's talk about girls. For women, when you walk into the room, you will be getting all the looks from the women. It's like when you walk into the room, these girls will literally break their necks wanting to look at you. Like seriously, it's like, let's say you're walking like right here. They'll literally go like this. As you walk by, they'll literally break their neck just to look at you. And whenever you start talking to these girls at some party or whatever, you'll literally start feeling them grabbing onto your bicep type shit. This seriously happens, and if you work out, you can attest to this, because it's literally real, because they just want to feel your strength, bro. They're like, oh, I wonder, they see your muscle bulging out, and they're like, damn, I wonder what that feels like. So they just grab it, bro. I'm being dead ass. If you hit the gym, you know what I'm talking about. The last thing I want to mention about the gym, if I would have started working out back when I was in high school, is I would have developed a good amount of discipline at a young age. The more discipline you have, the more you will get out of life, the more results you will get out of life. Discipline isn't easy to build. Therefore, the earlier you build it, the easier it is to obtain. The more discipline you have, the more results you will get in life for whatever it is you do. And discipline is rare nowadays. That's why not every man has it, because you must earn it. You don't just wake up with, oh, I'm disciplined now. Oh, I have discipline now. No, bro. It takes time. But once you get it, there's no stopping you, bro. My second regret looking back in high school was consuming all these substances such as alcohol and drugs. So in my friend group, I was literally the very last person to get on this shit, to get on alcohol and to start consuming drugs. But once I started consuming all that, I literally saw no benefit to it. Literally. Yeah, don't get me wrong, bro. It's fun in the moment. Drinking with your friends and whatnot. Playing beer pong, playing Rage Cage, whatever bullshit games we play nowadays. But in the morning, bro, holy bro. The next day, I would literally wake up with no motivation to do anything. Literally anything. I would just want to lay in bed all day and just drink water. I would wake up with pimples all over my face. I would wake up with a little beer belly. There's literally no benefit to drinking except for having fun in the moment which I think gets outweighed by the cons of what happens when you wake up and like what happens to your body in the long term. Sometimes I would drink so much that I would end up throwing out my brains. Like literally, like one time I was at my friend's house and I brought a bottle of Jack Daniels and I had a tournament the next day. We started pounding these drinks. And I threw up according to them, I threw up 10 times in the toilet. If I can find a video, I'm gonna put it up right now. And the next day I had a tournament. I still played well, still scored, but that was hell, bro. And that was the last time I drank Jack Daniels. Now that I've talked about alcohol, I want to talk about the green. And yes, we have the theme up and everything. I would say I had a closer relationship with the green than I did with alcohol, but it literally had the same effect on me. I would literally smoke, go get food with my friends, come back home, play video games, and then go to sleep, and then wake up with zero motivation to do anything. Because you just wake up lazy. That's what the green does to you. And then when you wake up lazy and unmotivated, you're just like, I might as well just smoke again. And that's literally the cycle I lived in for a whole year. And I'm gonna make a whole video on that so that you can be aware and avoid what I did. In high school, you're gonna meet a lot of different people. And with these people you meet, there's going to be a lot of people that consume alcohol and the green. Personally, this is my suggestion. I want you to try drinking and smoking. Because imagine dying and being like, bro, I never tried alcohol. Or bro, I never tried gassing. Like, what? I want you to try them. I want you to get a little experience of what it's like. But then after, I want you to cut it off completely. What these substances did to me was literally hold me back from becoming the best version of myself. And if I didn't consume these substances, I couldn't imagine the man I would be today. I couldn't imagine where this channel would be today. Take my advice. Not only that, but these substances make me feel less motivated to take on my dreams and pursue bigger things in life. And I think it does the same thing to everyone. That's why I warn you, be careful of what you consume. Limit what you consume. Don't overconsume if you consume, because it can really take a toll on your life. Another thing I wish I would have stopped earlier was watching The Hub. And back in the day, bro, I'd literally go on that website almost every day. But I'm glad I don't do that type of stuff anymore because it really damages your brain in multiple ways. And I might have to make a video on that. So what it does to you is that as you're scrolling, as you click on videos, your brain is getting all these dopamine hits, and then you're literally frying your dopamine receptors in your brain, basically. Long story short. Your dopamine receptors are getting fried to the point that when you have to do a task, whether it's even talking to someone, whether it's doing homework or whether it's reading a book, you can't seem to concentrate. The reasoning behind that is because you aren't getting that surplus of dopamine rushing into your brain. You won't seem to be interested in doing other tasks or as invested because you aren't getting that instant rush of dopamine. Ever since I quit, I found it so much easier to talk to women, bro. Straight up. And to keep a conversation going as well. It's I'm actually interested in what they're saying other than keeping a superficial conversation. I actually have real conversations with women nowadays. And now that I've stopped this destructive habit of going to the hub and whatever, I view women in a different manner. I view them as beautiful, fragile creatures that complement a man's life. Quit the hub and you'll see what I mean. One big regret I had was living life as a full-time consumer. Back in my high school days, I literally had YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. Oh my god. TikTok. I literally had TikTok back in the day, bro. Oh my. No. I literally had every type of consumer application available to man on my phone. I would get home from school, smoke the green, eat candy, and scroll on my phone simultaneously, literally all at the same time. Bro, that's down bad. I literally lived a consumer-ass lifestyle. I had no sense of creativity because I was overstimulating my brain all day. Even in school, bro, I'd be scrolling or playing games. My brain was being overused to the point where I couldn't even think for myself. Nowadays, I only have Twitter and YouTube, and I limit the stimulation. I do plan on getting back on Instagram, though, so I could build a community eventually and communicate with you guys as well. So watch out for that. And my fifth and final regret I have from high school was not looking for my purpose earlier. Thankfully, after all the trials and tribulations, after all this life experience, I found my purpose. But it would have been great to know my purpose earlier so that I would have not wasted all this time doing unnecessary activities. Back in high school, I was too invested in partying, playing video games, consuming substances, and playing football that I had no idea what my purpose was. I thought my purpose was to get a 9-to-5 job like everyone else and just go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Come back home Saturday, Sunday, I would drink with my friends. And just live in a cycle of mediocrity. Thankfully, I've discovered that that is not my purpose. The moral of the story is stop wasting your time. Take a step back and think for your future self. What are your interests? What do you want to be remembered on this earth for? What do you enjoy doing on a daily basis? Hopefully these questions lead you closer to your purpose if you haven't found it. The earlier you find your purpose, the more time you have to go at it, and the earlier you will start living the life that you've always dreamed of living. These things I just listed are just a couple of the things I regretted from high school. And I really advise you, if you're in high school or even in college, to implement what I said into your lifestyle. Because it will lead you into the right direction and you'll see results coming faster than ever. And then I want you to let me know of your regrets if you've already passed high school, what you would have done differently in high school. And if you're in high school, you know what to do.